Hello guys, check this out.
If you're Muslim, take 90 seconds and just think through this with me. Surah 2 verse 285 says we make no distinction between any of his messengers, him being Allah, messengers being the prophets, right? It sounds noble, it sounds respectful, and very affirming of the Abrahamic God, but it seems to collapse the moment that you actually compare it to the source, which is the Torah. Because the Quran doesn't just believe in the messengers, it rewrites a lot of their story, and now we have to ask, why would Allah need to correct his own law? So let's start with Moses here, okay? He's the prophet of the law, the Exodus, the mountain, and the fire. But in the Quran, the entire point of Moses' ministry, God establishing covenant with Israel through deliverance, just gets gutted. And I used to say the Quran keeps the important parts, but this is eternally important, as is most of God's word, because there's no Passover, there's no clear identity of Pharaoh, there's no burning bush with the name Yahweh I am, a very slight change to match a narrative that God can't manifest on earth. Okay, so Islam removes the covenant and replaces it with a moral lesson. But Moses didn't die giving TED Talks. He died pointing to a holy God who required a blood sacrifice and obedience. And that same God said there would be a prophet greater than him. And newsflash, that prophet was not Muhammad, that is Isa. Even in the Quran, we verify that. Now here's where it gets weird. Surah 2:248 says Saul's kingship was confirmed because the Ark of the Covenant was returned to him. Hold up, Saul? The ark that was tied to Moses, Samuel, and David, not Saul, was returned to him. So where did the Quran get this? It's not history. It's not revelation. This one is just wrong. So Surah 2:285 says there's no distinction between the messengers. But here's the truth. The Quran is making a very big distinction by stripping their message and distorting the mission they came here for. So the question now is, why do these changes need to happen? And let that seed grow for a bit. You'll get some good answers.